Hello, and welcome back to episode 3 of the Freedom Friends One-Shot. Back in episode 1, we met our protagonists, Dmitry Smirnov and Vern Jernson, two average Joes that work as workers at the company Freedom Friends Incorporated. They're going into their weekend, and all of a sudden they get called into work. As they approach their job, going back in, they see it completely destroyed and the city in shambles. The whole building collapsed and all this rubble and fire all about. As they wonder what's going on and get past the police line, they see Denise, the secretary working at the front desk, as she explains that the reason they were called in is because they are the only employees left in the building. There was a demon by the name of Balor that approached through this magical portal and destroyed the building and captured the Freedom Friends. And with little to no luck or hope left, she called upon the last two people to try to find and save them. You guys saw as they found the portal underneath the rubble and were transported to this mystical land with these beautiful enchanting forests and these quaint old towns. As they went in, they went to get some information, traveled to the bar, and found out that people had heard of the Freedom Friends and that they actually were taken. They also heard legend of this sort of summoning circle or this mystical thing that exists within the portal. Vern was talking to someone at the bar who happened to also be named Dmitry, who was saying that his men went out to seek this mystical summoning circle and have yet to return. So if they're looking for the Freedom Friends, they know that they went that way and there's potential they can find them there. So they take off and they are in the midst of trying to find them as they see this industrial building, going inside and finding the Freedom Friends captured inside of a cage as they sit staring at two levers trying to disarm these explosives that are sort of wired around the cage. The Freedom Friends in this hopeless circumstance, trying to figure out if these two people, a lowly accountant and janitor, can actually save the day. Through Vern's mathematical equations and his logical reasoning, he finds out that neither of the levers are actually going to work, and that the Freedom Friends are actually doomed, sort of showing that they're not as good or as important as people maybe think of them, as they are inevitably destroyed. And with Vern and Dmitry making it out, they don the magical weapons and items that were left behind from the Freedom Friends' carcasses, ascending them and making them become powerful, magical, and become the Freedom Friends themselves. So now they set off to the forest to try to, at the very least, stop the demon from taking over the rest of the world. So they travel out to the forest, they find the magical summoning circle as they see all these goblins sitting there trying to guard it and figure out what's going on. Through a couple of great and decisive actions, they spring into combat and try to harness their new powers. So let's see if they can defeat the goblins and see what lies beyond. Okay, so you guys have just finished your 2 turns. Dmitry accidentally setting the forest on fire with one of his fireballs. And Vern, you basically burning one of the goblins to ash as he flowed down the river. You got activated with some bardic inspiration, so don't forget that you have that still for your upcoming turn. And darkness is still cast over here for these goblins, so they're having a hard time trying to see. And then we're moving on to the goblin's turn. So this guy here is in front of Dmitry. He looks back and sees that the forest is on fire behind him, and he knows that there's nowhere to run. So he just lets loose this goblin shriek as he goes for his last stand. He's just gonna charge in, and he's going to just go ahead and try to swing at you, Dmitry. So let's go and roll. Well, not 2, just 1. And
we have trash AC too, right? Is your AC?
AC is 16.
16.
That's not good.
Mine's not great. It's not.
And you just see
Mine's 14.
He wheels back with his scimitar and just goes,
Jeez.
Oh
man, this is freaking me out. We're the same height.
So that is a 15.
Oh,
which is
snap.
gonna just barely.
Oh snap!
Dimitri, you just sort of like see him running, you're like, ah, and then all of a sudden you remember, you're like, wait, I am a 3-stripe white belt.
Yes!
And you just dip out of the way as it barely whizzes by
and
you.
I sit to my ass and he flies right over me. It's amazing.
And he's gonna go for his second attack, and this will have disadvantage as you see the rage building. And this one was a little bit better. So we got a 14 plus 4, which is a 18.
Oh no, Pulling God, this failed me twice in a row.
And he just goes, Yasika! And he's going to swing in for some damage here.
Let's see, 3 plus 2, so just 5 damage. 5 damage.
Okay, I'm getting the shit beat out of me.
So you just get nicked again with the scimitar, just
I am
wildly
now
flailing.
bleeding and beat up pretty good. I went from a 50. I went from 73, and I'm now at 24.
Oh damn! You need help.
He's hurt.
He's hurting. It's okay. You have healing spells. Don't forget. Okay, so you're ready. Like you may be feeling the pain. And you're like, this is what heroes go
I
through.
am a freedom friend.
Yes, I am a freedom friend.
I am not afraid to die for the freedom of the French.
And you just see this freaking goblin staring over you menacingly as we move to the others. These others still sort of enveloped in the darkness that has been created. They're actually just gonna try to see if they can even find their way out, which direction to go. They're gonna roll some perception here with disadvantage. Well, actually, they have dark vision, so I will just have them roll regular. And we got a 7, so that guy's clueless. The darkness still envelops him, and he's trying to glance around. He can't make any sense of up or down. He can't even see his hand in front of his own face. He's just gonna sit there and not do anything for his turn as he's trying to figure out what the fuck's going on. The second one is going to roll and roll better. So we got a 22. So he starts to be able to make sense. He's been slowly maneuvering around and starts to see the edge of the spell. So he is going to come out and he is going to try to move his way over here by the summoning circle. And we're going to roll some acrobatics or athletics. What? Acrobatics are better. Try to swim through this river, hopefully successfully. We got a 15. So he makes it to the other side and he quickly preps his short bow. And he's going to just reel back and he's going to let an arrow fly loose. And this one is actually going to go towards Vern Jernson. Vern Jernson. So you, seeing your darkness, trying to maintain, you see this arrow fly towards you as he swings. Nat 20?
Damn!
Nat 20.
Not good.
So with a nat 20, we're going to take a critical hit, so 2d6 instead of 1. And Vern Jernson, you are getting hit for 10 piercing damage. This arrow, the second you're able to see it coming and make sense of the situation, pierces right into one of your shoulders. You're just, oh, fuck, Jesus! Imagining the expenses that are going to be needed for the medical treatment after. Probably more concerned with the budget still, as opposed to your own pain in this current circumstance. And that is going to be it for the goblins. We are moving back to the top with Dimitri.
Damn.
So Dimitri, you just got your pulling guard has failed you for the 3rd time, and you had just got sliced.
I
with
am
the
just
scimitar.
like Crone Gracie. Okay, so this guy's right over the top of me.
Yeah, he's like
that's
right.
not
Yeah.
Good. Okay, so I am going to freedom of friendship. Definitely want to heal some, but I definitely feel like Dimitri is just gonna keep fighting.
That's
So,
love it.
Dimitri is going to pull a dagger out from his hip pocket and go, "You probably didn't think you'd be getting stabbed by a guy sitting, did you?" And he's gonna try to stab this orc.
And he's just just lunging for the stab. Go ahead and roll to hit. 18 hits, so you find the opportunity as you lunge in. Go ahead and roll your damage. A 1. Okay, but plus the 3.
4,
so
yeah.
4 damage. That's perfect. You slice in and you see the resistance. He's starting to bleed a little bit as you puncture his hip. And you start to see like him sweat a little bit. He's been definitely taking some damage. He's still hanging on, but you have asserted dominance even though you are on the floor. So that'll be your action, and you still
Just like a Crone Gracie.
The goblin's like wondering if that's your deity that you pray to, perhaps. Like,
Yes. I'm gonna Misty Step
Beautiful.
away and try to rejoin Vern.
Absolutely fantastic. So you stab in, and as you leave the goblin, you see him start to sweat, and then as he's trying to like mentally prepare to get ready for his next attack, all of a sudden you're just like, and you just poof, and he's like, oh, you're like,
Nice.
What the fuck? Where'd he go? And you just
Sick.
and you teleport back and rejoin Vern.
Hello.
You stare back as he says hello, and you just see him fucking bloodied and bruised. Like,
I am winning all of these fights. It is amazing. I'm doing so well, Vern.
I hope you're not destroying things in the process.
reluctantly, just happy but still somewhat concerned. And then I believe that's all for you.
Yeah, that's
you
it.
don't look too hot there, buddy.
But I feel alive.
So, I'm still disguised, right?
Yeah, so I think at this point you are still disguised, but Probably this one that's closest is aware that you're sort of attacking
this
everyone.
fucking guy knows too, right?
Yes.
Because I'm just gonna be really annoyed. They've seen through my disguise, and I'm just gonna look at him and I'm gonna cast fear.
Ooh.
I'm gonna say, do you understand the work that you're putting on me right now?
Putting all of your malice and
it's
intent.
it's a wisdom 16. Everyone in a 30-foot cone, so it's definitely these two guys.
Absolutely.
That guy's still in darkness.
Yes.
Can I send fear at him through the darkness?
You certainly
Is it a
can.
30-foot cone?
Yeah, 30 foot. So we got 5, 10,
What
15,
is
20, 25, 30. So this guy would just be in range, and you can definitely hit that guy as well. So it sort of spreads. I think that it would probably
What is a
just hit
cone
these
shape?
two. 30. Yeah. So I think it would just hit these guys.
Okay.
But still enough to reach back there. So as you cast this spell, they see all of your malice and intent being put into just giving them the nastiest fucking dead eyes you could possibly muster, imagining the paperwork slowly piling up one paper by one as all of this damage is happening around you. And they're both going to go ahead and roll their wisdom save, and they are notoriously very stupid. And this guy is going to get a 14. Does 14 cut it?
16.
Okay, that's a fail. And then the one in the back rolled a 2. So he is. So as they see the look in your eyes, like they're staring into like a dog, guys, they start freaking the fuck out.
Pick me up when it's my power. Like a dog.
And then and they start freaking the fuck out. That's fantastic. So that's your action. You still got some movement and bonus action if you want.
Maybe we'll just move this way to get this guy in range of spells.
There you go. I like that. Okay, fantastic. So they're all pissing their pants essentially, and we move to Dimitri. So Dimitri, you just escaped. As you escape, you manage to get behind Vern, and you see this happen. You see him actively using the powers, the fear. You're like, oh my god, like how did he make them so scared? Like I had to run, and he just looked at him, and they fucking fleed. And it's your turn now.
I am also scared of numbers. I am freaking Dimitri out. Dimitri is going to cast Cure Wounds on himself.
Very good, very
because
good.
he is beat to fuck.
You start to...
What level? 4th level. Definitely don't take another 5th. You already used the 5th level slot, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I have
Do
4 first level slots.
Why would you do that?
Because
You got like 20 out of 70 HP right now.
yeah, I mean, I guess that's true.
I guess...
Okay, wait, listen. At the very least, use a 3rd level.
3rd level's good.
We're talking about 2 dice versus 6 dice.
Yeah, it's a lot more heals.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a 3rd level.
Okay, so you, is there any sort of, or maybe perhaps as you're like sort of placing your hands around your wounds, trying to see if they can close up, all of a sudden, you just imagine like putting yourself in your gi and you're wrapping your hands, getting ready for training, and all of a sudden this light starts to glow out of your palms, and you start like amazing yourself as you see your wounds slowly close. You're activating more of these abilities you've gotten from this loot. You begin to play a little melody, and you heal 9.
I do so much better. Communism sucks. I am
20
better now.
31 plus 4 is 35.
Bam! 35 health back to you. As you sing this song, and it's just, glorious healing. You feel very spry.
I get 35 health.
Yeah.
35.
So you feel very spry and ready to get back into the fight.
Okay, my bonus action. I'm gonna cast.
I feel so much bitch.
I'm gonna cast Healing Ward on Vern.
Vern Johnson. Okay, continuing to flow with this light as you sort of manage to capture it in your fingertips.
Cast it 11-1. This is not gonna hurt.
You continue to play this melody as the light transfers from you over to Vern, and Vern, you take notice as you sort of calm from this anger of paperwork as you feel your wounds begin to close.
Then you scare people with numbers. You are super cool.
Go ahead and roll your, the 2d4 for the healing word.
That's 6 plus
Nice.
4 is 10. Oh,
Nice.
dude. That's a perfect roll.
That's beautiful.
Hey.
Continuing to shred,
Yeah.
and the wounds closed. So very, very good, solid support.
Nice.
Vern's back up. You're back up. Everything's
Yeah.
looking good. You still have movement, or do you want to stay where you're at?
I'll just stay where I'm
That sounds good. Okay, so the goblins are going to go ahead and get the fuck out because you have casted fear. So they're gonna run the fuck out. They're dipping. They're getting as far away from you as possible. They're probably gonna flee, and then they get to make their save again at the end for this fear, and that is a 2 again. So that's gonna fail, and a 3. Okay, so they, they are pissing their pants. Their little goblin loins.
They're frightened.
They're
Hey,
frightened.
Hey, Dimitri. They're frightened.
As they should be. The calculator is very frightened.
Calculate their numbers. And then this guy, he's like, holy shit, the darkness is gone. He finds
And then
the environment again.
He saw me make those guys afraid.
Yeah,
too,
so
right?
he's like, oh fuck. But again, just as the goblin did to Dimitri, he knows that this is his last stand. His friends are gone. There's nothing else he can do other than try to defend the thing that he's sent to defend. So he's gonna go ahead and swing with, or not swing. He's gonna knock up an arrow, and we're gonna try to shoot this. Which one of you has more health right now?
Brian Jones.
No, Dimitri.
I have
But-
59 health.
Yeah, he has more.
Oh, but I mean
I have 100%.
yeah. So okay.
He
Got
has
it.
more hit points.
Oh, I see.
I have 100% of my hit points.
Got you. Okay, so we'll send this one flying to Dimitri. All right, so he's gonna knock the arrow and shoot, and it is a 14, which I believe misses.
Yeah, I'm a 16.
Beautiful. So that's his last attempt as he fucking whizzes it off, and you again just nimbly dodge out of the way.
too slick. I sit down so fast.
Just pulling guard left and right to dodge all the arrows you possibly can. And that is going to be it for his turn, and we're back at the top. So Dimitri.
Could I cast Mage Hand behind this guy and push him into the water and send him
Very interesting.
going down the
I like. Okay, what's the range for Mage Hand?
range 30 feet.
30 feet. So,
So
if
I'd
you
have to
move,
move
yeah.
first.
Well, hang on,
10,
because
15, 20, 25, 30. You could certainly try, yeah, because you could definitely get it right here. So if you get, there, perfect, moving into action, and you cast Mage Hand. So you cast it, and it comes out from behind him, and it goes to push. So this is sort of a...
Do I roll for Mage Hand?
no,
Oh, no,
Mage
it's a
Hand is a
cantrip.
cantrip. Yeah,
Yeah.
so
Oh, cool.
so you just summon it. But so here's the thing: is this is a sort of a unusual way that Mage Hand is used. It weighs a little bit more than the weight capacity, but I like
Okay.
I like the creativity. So I'm just gonna ask for a couple rolls. So I would
Yeah.
like you to give me an Arcana check.
Okay. 11.
11. Okay, so with 11, you one of the first times you're trying to use this power, above a 10, you do manage to maintain, and it does summon. So it goes for the
Okay.
push. As it goes for the push, can you give me a strength save, please? 4.
they're sliding on this mat. We need more
Yeah.
friction. We need a
Wait,
surface with
what's
some
my
friction.
strength?
Oh, here.
That's oh, the lid.
The lid.
No, the lid.
The lid. Stop!
My strength save
Yeah.
is -1.
Oh
Wait,
shit!
Here, wait. Roll it on a real
Yeah,
surface.
roll it on the surface.
'Cause
Yeah,
it just landed on 4 and went.
yeah, and just slid. It's a 4. It was
was meant to
destined.
be,
It was
dude.
meant to be.
It was meant to be.
Okay, so with a -1, the Mage Hand, it goes to push,
And it was-
and you're mustering, you're like seeing it happen, and all of a sudden it goes to push him, and as the hand makes connection, it just very gently pets it on its back, and you just see the goblin go, ooh, and that's about all that manages to happen. So
Alright.
you still have bonus action.
Yes. I'm gonna try to make the most of it.
All right, Vern,
I
yeah.
did not do very well here. I'm going to give you some inspiration. Over.
Wait, no, you already inspired me though, right?
Yes, but it's
alright.
until his next turn. So when it's not used,
No way.
yeah, I believe it's until his next turn.
Once within the next hour,
Oh,
when they fail, they can roll an extra die.
oh, I thought it was until his next turn. Okay, yeah, so you still have the inspiration, but I
But
like.
I mean, does that mean I get it twice?
no, I don't think you're stacked.
Vern, this is actually just a song. Turns out I already gave you inspiration, so you know.
You know, I'm
Dimitri.
loving. I'm hearing a bit of strong bad from Homestar Runner in the accent.
Dimitri, I feel inspired.
Thank you.
I have to deal with this damn ass guy.
Damn ass guy, yes.
So, I mean, I might as well just hurl a gigantic fireball at him. Looking at these guys still just like, look at this work you're making me fucking do, and then I'm gonna fireball.
Just this huge orb of fire. It just summons from your palm.
Dex 16.
Dex 16. Okay, let's see what happens. That's a 9. So that is going to fail as he just like trying his best to maintain his anger and valor as you just see his eyes widen as the fireball immediately is launched towards him. Oh, that's a lot of dice.
Oh.
That's a lot of dice. I have a bad feeling about this goblin. Ay.
Alright, so that's 10, that's 20, that's 36.
Yeah, this goblin.
That's great.
Lights and flame. You watch as his whole body just lights up, and then you see like his whole body charred in ash, and then you just watch as it all falls to a pile.
Yeah.
He is completely just gone.
Yeah.
Vern,
We have vanquished the foes, and you have potentially set the fire.
These two. Yeah, these guys just continue fleeing for the rest of their turn. They're now out of combat as they're running for their lives. Your
Yes.
first successful fight as the new Freedom Friends.
Yes. We are the new Freedom Friends. We do very well. Yes.
You're singing as you guys start to feel the heat from the trees that are still on fire. So there's the option of doing something about it.
So I'm definitely gonna try and save these trees.
Okay.
Dimitri,
Yes.
quickly, we must act. The trees are burning. No one has the resources to replant these. I'm gonna cast control water, and I'm gonna divert the flow of the river
Yes.
to just follow the tree line.
Oh my gosh. So you, Dimitri, you see as he's telling you that you need to take action, you watch as Verns pulls out this magical accounting book that he found, and he's flipping through the pages, and as he starts flipping through the pages, he's going faster and faster, and all of a sudden you start to see the book just start floating with the pages flipping rapidly, and he starts holding his hands out as his eyes start to glow, and you watch as the river itself starts to rise out and just whoosh, wash all over the trees before leading back into the waterfall, and all the trees, all the flames extinguish.
Amazing.
And
Man, that was sick.
Thank you, Dimitri. It's the 1960s. Do you mean that something was wrong with it? Do we need
No,
to
this
heal it?
is a Russian street slang. It means very cool.
Okay.
Yes.
Like when you say very cool, do you mean that temperature-wise it wasn't that warm?
It was how do you say swell?
Water pun. I like it, Dimitri.
Yes, very good. Dimitri definitely did that on purpose.
sort of eyes darting around. You guys successfully saved the forest. Vern, you sort of ease up a bit, seeing some of that paperwork leave your desk as this new disaster is under control. And what is in front of you guys, besides now a quiet, calm forest, is the circle.
Hey, do you think we should poke it?
Yes.
Just be careful because I think it's probably Russian counterintelligence.
So we should poke it with, and then I pick up the arm for the goblin. I go
Fucking
poke it
awesome.
with this goblin arm guy.
That's fucking great.
Yes.
Okay, sick. So I'm gonna go over and poke it with the severed arm of this
So
goblin.
you poke, you get the thing, and you begin to walk over. You start to poke the circle, all these arcanic runes, and the stone set very specifically. As you start to poke around, you feel the squish and the crunch of this arm as you're sort of poking and prodding. As it makes contact with the runes, you start to see like this light envelop it. And then all of a sudden you start to see it get like a little unstable. And then all of a sudden, there's this little zap you feel as you let go of the arm. Not much information
It
gained.
disappeared?
No, it like, there was like a shock that sort of went through it. The arm is
Gotcha.
still there, but the
Sitting
fingers are
inside
like
the circle?
singed. Yeah.
Okay, and that did not give me good vibes. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of worried about the circle.
Well,
We should have captured one of those guys alive and then made him just,
what I want to do is I just want to take a good walk around it
Okay.
and see if there's any differences between different vantage points.
Absolutely. Okay, so as you begin to move around and sort of inspect it, it's quite obvious to you with your newfound wizard powers that this is very arcanic in nature, and that there's some sort of spell involved with this. So can you please give me 2 rolls? I would like an Arcana check, and I would like a Perception or Investigation, whatever's better.
Alright, Arcana is 20.
Damn, okay.
Not natural.
Yeah, sure, dirty 20 is great.
And then, what's the other one? Investigation?
Investigation, yes.
Int. 13.
Oh! No, you rolled a nat 1.
Oh, it is a nat.
It isn't. Okay. So, but that's okay. So with the Arcana check, yeah, you're very aware with the dirty 20 that this is a sort of spell that's written into the rune. It is a teleportation spell. This will take you somewhere else. Clearly, it's somewhere important because it was being guarded. And as you try to investigate, like further into what could possibly go into maybe using it correctly, or not be shocked like the hand was with the nat 1, you're too sort of invested in the glowing lights to try to dissect it any further.
So this is definitely some type of teleportation spell, but I don't know where it goes, nor why the severed hand didn't go through it. And I will repeat that I'm pretty sure it's Russian counterintelligence.
Okay, I agree with everything you have said and understand it as well.
So we have 2 options. We can either poke and prod and see what goes through it, or we can jump in. How you feeling?
I, Dimitri, would like to jump in the head first. I think it is simpler that way.
Let's just jump in.
All right. So Dimitri,
I like the cut of your jib, Vern.
Yeah.
We just gotta expect Russians on the other side. keep on your guard, and make sure you don't let them pass your guard again.
Yes. I'm pretty sure.
Whatever that means. What's jujitsu?
Yes.
Are those real words?
Yes.
Do Brazilians exist?
Yes.
Alright, let's go.
Okay.
You guys jump in with a slight confusion. As you guys land into the circle, you start feeling the magic take hold. You start feeling that similar tingling feeling you felt, Dimitri, with the hand. The spell starts to take hold. So now what I need you guys to do as this spell happens is make me some Constitution saves. 15, that's good. Okay, very good.
19.
Very good. Yeah, with a 15 and a 19, you guys manage to hold yourselves together, sort of letting it go and letting the spell happen as opposed to trying to fight it. And very successfully, the shock starts to fade from like this tingling feeling to this sort of like ease that flows over your body as you guys dissipate and teleport.
Okay, right as we dissipate, I look at Vern and I point to the corpse of a goblin like 5 feet from us and I go, man, that guy would get along with Denise, you know what I'm saying?
And you guys teleport. As you guys are...
Oh, shit.
Yes, as you guys emerge into a much more serious situation. As you guys come through and you guys find yourselves deep in this sort of dank dungeon with these glowing crystals, pools of blood lining the tile. It smells of rust and blood that is probably weeks, days, months old. The only seemingly way forward is going to be through this grate in the floor where you're seeing all the blood drain, and you guys are met with a knight that is guarding the way down.
This guy definitely a communist.
And you see this like sort of flaming horse and this dark knight, assuming that this has to be a higher ranking officer for whoever this demon is. He sees as you guys just appear into this room, and you just hear this very deep voice as he just says, "Approach."
What do you want to do, man? You want to approach this guy?
I'm gonna yell at him from across the room. Hello, fellow. What is it you want from us?
Well, it's very simple. Clearly you've proven yourselves worthy getting past our goblin army.
That was an army? Oh man, I thought it was like 7 dudes.
Dimitri says that wasn't an army, it was like 7 dudes.
Yeah, I say that. I said it quiet though, because I wasn't trying to say.
Also,
I wanted you not to hear it, but now that we're sharing, I did say that.
Also, I apologize for my rude entrance. I meant to ask you, have we come to the land of the Red Devil? And are you, sir, a commie?
I was like, Red Devil? Oh. And he just, well, I'm not sure what a commie is, but I do fight for Balor, if that's what you mean.
That guy is the big commie that they were talking about. The Balor guy. I sprinted this fool.
Okay, as you sprint, he just says, well, you know, it's very easily confused, but Balor is actually a she, not a he. And
Oh, wait, did I fall? I pulled hard.
okay, there's no need for this insanity, sir. I'm simply going to ask you to answer riddles 3.
Okay.
If you can beat me in a battle of wits, I will allow you passage.
Okay. I might have jumped the gun here. This guy's very calm in his demeanor. I think we should, I will apologize for your song. Hey, we're sorry. We thought you were a communist, but it turns out you're just a riddle guy. It's all good. You would like Vern. He has a magical number box.
And he goes, so if you guys are willing to attempt my riddles, I will start whenever you're ready.
First riddle, what happens if we fail your riddles?
This is not how this works. Okay, he starts. He just goes, okay. He says, I'm tall when I'm young, and I'm short when I'm old. What am I?
Got any ideas?
This shit's designed for like a 9-year-old.
Well, the obvious would be like a candle,
Right.
an icicle,
Yeah, a flower because it wilts.
I was gonna say a cock because when you're young, you get that real stiff.
Hey, Mr. Communist Man on the horse, is it a cock?
Hey, wait, whoa! That's not our real answer. That's not our real answer.
Wait,
Whoa,
how
hold
many
on.
times do we get to guess?
Yeah,
I thought
how many
you had the
guesses
rules
do we
here. Was this explained? I was too busy pulling guard.
So as you get one wrong, you start to see, or as you say this, he doesn't respond with correct or anything, and you see the horse's fire on its mane start to like glow up a little bit more. It starts like, you know, doing the drag thing.
I say, good man, you made the horse angry. Relax. Is it a candle night?
Very wise. It is indeed a candle.
I should have known. Cock made less sense than candle.
Okay, next riddle. What is full of holes but still holds water? Jeez, don't say it. Wait, shut the fuck up.
Oh, okay. No, I don't know if you're supposed to put the water in your cheek.
Listen, I don't know if they have cartoons in your country, Dimitri.
Yes.
And I'm not sure if you've been able to see into the future, into the 1990s like I have.
I've watched
But I have
a
only
wind
one
pool.
question. Who lives in a pineapple under the sea? Mr. Knight, is it a sponge?
It is a sponge.
This
Your
is
intellect
amazing.
is impressing
Yes.
me, wizard. Very, very
I
good.
am slightly embarrassed to be on camera during this.
There's only. I have but 2 more riddles for you. You're doing very
I thought you
well.
said 3.
I- There's a secret riddle at the end. This starts to confirm maybe he is a commie, as he's lying to
He's
you.
lying a little bit here. I think this guy. Yeah, maybe I did guess the correct answer first time. He just lied, you know.
All right. What question can you never answer yes to?
It's me, are you a communist? Because if you're saying yes, then you know you do that all bad things. What question do you never answer yes to? Surprisingly bad.
Well, I got an idea. Are you dead?
Oh shit! I'll tell you what. That's not the answer we have here, but I like it and I'm taking it because that also works. Are you asleep yet?
Oh,
That's what they
nice.
have here, but that's basically the same
Nice.
thing. So I'm gonna say you nailed it.
Nice.
I absolutely helped in some way.
Just you have the healing and the fights and stuff, and we have him for the intelligence.
Yeah,
And
but it wasn't in game. You were doing actual riddles, and I solved all.
And
of
the
them.
irony I want to say is, Scott, the irony is the page is called 101 Riddles for Kids.
That's why it hurt so bad. And I was like, these are definitely for children, and I'm not gonna get them.
So he goes, very good. You see him sort of impressed because of the fact that it was not the exact answer, but an answer similar enough. He's like, wow. And he goes, okay, I think this last one will hopefully stump you. You guys have worked for a company for years and years. Can you please tell me the name of the most important person in the company?
Dimitri, I think it's you. I mean, are we talking right now? Because it's just us.
I'll give you guys a hint.
It would be you.
It's someone who is very underappreciated and someone that everyone sees the most every day.
Oh, it's fucking Denise, dude.
Yeah, do you think it's Denise? I mean, she is watching my bike right now. We should, and I appreciate that she's doing that, even though she was sort of wishy-washy on response. I think that's the best guess we have.
The best guess is Dimitri, I think. It would be us. It's one of us.
Yeah, but I've said you're in charge a bunch.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Oh, I should say it?
I've
is
been
what you're saying?
following your lead. I've said a bunch, so.
You think it's me?
So Dimitri would think you're in charge.
Oh, I see.
Because you outrank me at the company.
But the
question
the
is-
clue. But the clue.
What's the question again?
The question is, who's the most important person at the company?
Yeah, what's the name of the most important person at the company? And the hint is that this is someone who's underappreciated but is seen by everyone every single day.
Dude, I want to say something so stupid right now. I want to look at the night and say, is his name me?
Yeah, he just goes, don't push your luck here.
Yeah, I mean,
you
it's
were
either,
doing very
it's either
well.
Denise or it's me, because I'm the
Oh, you
janitor.
think it's for real? It's Denise?
I don't know. I mean, we don't know the name of anyone else at the company.
That's
I mean,
fair.
I feel like okay, wait. I gotta play D&D here.
Okay,
Can
what's up?
I roll a check for Dimitri is obsessed with this organization?
He
I
is.
feel like he would know the answer
Yes,
to this.
yeah, okay.
Can I roll to see if I know the answer to
You
this?
are very dedicated. You would be working hard knowing everyone wanting to climb this ladder. So yeah, go ahead and roll me. What's better for you, intelligence or wisdom? Okay, perfect. So then go ahead and roll me. Actually, give me a history check with advantage. Fuck. It can't be that bad. What is it, 9?
I got a 14.
14, that's really good. So with a 14, you're sifting through your mind and you're trying to think, you're going through all the possibilities of all the people, and you remember him saying that this is someone who is seen every day by everyone, and the only logical answer is the person at the front desk.
Oh, snap, it's Denise!
This is Denise!
He goes, very good.
Yes, she watches my bike.
She does a lot for a
Goddamn,
lot of
dude,
people.
I don't think Fern's
And
right about
she-
her being dead. I think she was taking a nap.
Very well. I hope you guys know what you're up against.
No, we have no idea, actually.
I mean, clearly this fool just rushed you and is about to fight you for no reason, so...
Yeah. Well,
Are you a spy?
I'm letting you go. We
This
agreed.
seems like a part of the plot. If you come into the final boss fight and you're like behind me and you trap us from the other side,
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna be cross with you.
I'm pretty sure I'm off in like 5 minutes, so I'm not trying to be here as much as you are trying to be here.
This
Yeah, well,
guy, you
you know,
think he's also getting called
I
into
respect the
work
time
on his
clock.
day
Yes.
off.
Have a good day, sir.
Thank you. As he
Tip
just
of the
like
hat to you.
immediately gets off, you see as he gets off the horse and he puts his hands and just lifts up, and you see as his legs come out and they're small, they don't even fit inside, and it's just another goblin that's just in this intimidating armor, and he's just like, and he just like walks, yeah, it just dips.
He's off the clock.
Yeah, so, like the people at Disneyland that
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
That's so
Just to
great.
be intimidating. You probably think this is probably why he didn't want to fight. Is
Yeah,
because
he's actually a goblin.
he's actually a goblin.
So we go down this drain.
So now you guys go up, you see the drain, it's up to you to go down. As you guys stare into it, you just see just pitch black. Surely there's something at the bottom. You hear the drips of the blood that's slowly draining, some that remained fresh, and the only way forward is down.
Look, Vern.
Well, I'm definitely gonna cast Continual Flame. Just gonna take something that's like nice and big,
Okay?
that's gonna like withstand a fall or
Okay.
a drop,
Yeah.
and I'm just gonna drop it.
Beautiful. You pick up this sizable rock as you drop it. You guys see as the light shines and the flame continues to burn bright. You start to see against the walls, there's like spikes against the walls. It's a bit dangerous. Having to fall sort of perfectly is necessary. And as it reaches down to the bottom, you see as it lands at the ground, it's probably about 60 feet down. And at the bottom there's just the floor. You do hear like this growling as it hits. It makes this big bang, and you just hear and you start to see as this like demonic hyena creature sort of walks over and peers around and doesn't really see anyone, and he slowly moves back away.
This is a definitely communist.
And that's the only thing we see. And when he backs away, like, does he go all the way into the darkness?
Yeah, he's like, leave, because like this right here is about 20 feet, like the width, I suppose, or no, 10 feet width,
Yeah.
10 by 10. Yeah, so that's about all the vision you have. So you just take notice to the spikes on the wall, and then it hits the ground, and you just see the floor of...
Oh, so like the spikes, it's like a column? Like,
Yes.
Almost like a tube?
Yes,
And
exactly.
then it opens up below that?
Yes. And so, yeah, so this, you guys are now fully aware that something big is down there. There's a fight ahead of you, and getting down this pit, falling well, is going to be necessary.
So how long is the tube versus, so it's 60 feet to the floor below, right?
Yes.
How much of that drop is
the
tube,
tube.
and how much is room?
Yeah, so it's
Can we see?
Yeah, so I think, well, yeah, because I mean it's very quick as it's falling. But go ahead and give me a perception or investigation, whatever's better for you.
14.
14, solid as fuck. With a 14, you are like trying to crunch the numbers, watching it fall, doing the distance, hearing how quickly the sound is made as it hits the ground, and you can tell that it's probably about like 40 feet of tube, and then 20 feet into the room.
Okay, how far into the spikes come?
How?
We got like 10 feet, right?
Yes.
How far into that 10 feet?
Oh
are
yes,
the
I see.
spikes?
Like how is it? How narrow is
Yeah.
it? It's not egregious.
We
Probably.
can both go like shoulder to shoulder?
Yeah, you can probably both go shoulder to shoulder. Absolutely, I think it's definitely enough width for that. It's not like they're extremely protruding. It's just like if on the fall you end up bumping into them, it could lead to a lot of residual damage.
Alright. This is not a fun situation.
This is
Do you have
the
anything-
plight of Freedom Friends.
Do you have anything that you can use to like lower us?
That's a great question.
I don't have like any sort of levitation or nothing.
Misty Step.
Yes.
I could Misty Step us.
Yes,
Misty
you
Step?
could.
It lets us teleport. I think that's the best option.
Where is it?
Yep.
Well, Vern, I was thinking that now that we are the official Freedom Friends, we need Freedom Friend to fight their names and the costumes. I was thinking of being the Red Redemption, the Red Dead Redemption. It's a very original. No one's ever thought of this before, but I think it's perfect because I no communist, but the sound of like communist.
I like your enthusiasm.
Yeah. The thing that's
I think
fun
we
too.
could call you the Calculate Terminator. It's like numbers or
We
something.
need to workshop that name a little bit, but I
Yeah.
like the enthusiasm.
Okay, very good. We get you a
I'm
costume
not
and
wearing
look like a
spandex.
robot.
How about I can
Part of
be-
the deal.
How about I can be, because I want to wear a sport coat and a nice snazzy hat and maybe a tie.
Love
so I
it.
could be sport coat, hat, tie man.
We'll also work on that.
The fun thing about Misty Step as well is like if you start falling a bit, and you can Misty Step once you're about 30 feet from the ground and just teleport to the ground, and that'll get rid of any fall damage as well.
That's better than jumping 60 feet.
Yes, agreed.
I like my ankles.
Yes, agreed. So you guys
Okay.
gonna go for it?
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys go back to back, maybe link arms or something as you prepare to jump into this
Don't
pit.
worry, Vern, I got this.
Right,
Oh,
and then
wait, okay. I also have an idea.
ooh,
Vern likes
I
the last name.
just had an idea.
brain blast.
I'm going to cast a magic circle on
Okay.
the floor below.
Okay.
I have to choose a type. Do we know what type of thing that thing is?
You did see it briefly, so go ahead and give me another investigation check.
Fuck. Oh, another 14.
Fuck.
14
Okay.
is not terrible.
14 is not
It's
terrible.
good.
With a 14, you can deduce what it might be. You don't actually. It wasn't enough time to see it to actually know for sure, but you know that it's something. It's either a fiend or a fae. One of the two.
Ah, shit. Alright, I have a 50-50. I'm gonna cast Magic Circle, and I'm gonna choose Fiend.
Fucking gas. Okay, so now there's this other layer of protection. Now with this magical circle that was spawned by Vern, you guys know that once you do land, despite if things are ready to come at you, you have a little bit of a protection. It's something like the sea bear in the SpongeBob episode where he draws the circle. You know what I'm talking about? Yes. So you have the sea bear circle there for added protection as you guys get ready to link arms and jump down this pit. Can you guys both roll me either an acrobatics or athletics, whatever is best for you?
That's not bad, that's it.
The whispers. Fuck.
Alright, here we go.
13.
Oh. Crit fail.
I will remind you, you have inspiration.
Oh!
Yes, so you can re-roll it. If you
Bardic,
want to
not reroll, I get a 10 and I add to it.
Yeah, it's true, but a nat 1 is a nat 1, despite whatever you have to add to it. So I meant the inspiration I gave you, I can't remember what, but you did something in character, and I was like, I'm going to give you inspiration. So that's different.
Reroll?
Yeah, so that's different from Bardic Inspiration, so that's this guy up here. Where is it?
Oh, it's because it's a small screen.
Oh, yes. Boom. That's inspiration. So you use it, and then you can re-roll the die roll, but you have to take whatever the new roll is. So the use of inspiration here is you jump in, you start to like slip as you fall, and you see the spikes, and you're like, this can't be how I fucking go.
9.
Perfect. Plus?
0.
Oh, it's a 9. It's a 9.
It's a 9.
And with a 9, you do manage to fall, and your shoulder does hit one of the spikes on the wall, but then you sort of, Dimitri yanks you as you guys have your arms linked, and you sort of pull back into a tight position. So you're just going to take a little bit of piercing damage. Oh, literally a little. I rolled a 1. So just 1 damage. Just a little scrape, a little nick as you guys manage to... You guys start falling down the pit as your velocity starts to increase right about at 30 feet. Dimitri, you activate your Misty Step.
Okay.
So you're attempting to take both of you as opposed to just one. So can you please give me an Arcana check with advantage? Nice. 10. We need a 12 or higher here.
13.
Perfect! We take it! Okay, so the 13 is just enough, and you manage to muster the power needed as you guys both... Muster! Jumping into... And then just... You guys land inside of the sea bear circle. As this happens, you guys land, and you see the two wolves start to lunge at you.
Alright. Are they fiends? Are they fiends? Are they fiends?
Yeah, oh, look at that! I didn't even plan that.
Oh, nice.
Look at that, there's a circle for you guys.
Yeah,
That's
circle,
fucking cool. Okay. So
Wait. This will be even better. The circle is 10-foot radius. Oh, that's the perfect circle.
Okay, so you see the statue back here, and you see the two wolves that you saw sort of lunge at you from the sides.
Damn.
And just ping, and they stop as they cannot breach the circle. You guys are sort of like, holy shit, holy fuck, and they're just sitting and staring at you menacingly.
Good job,
Obviously, there's a fight at hand. You guys are going to have to prep pretty soon, and this is going to give you some time to sort of start prepping. And just for camera's sake, just so the people can see, these are Shisuvas, so this is what these fuckers actually look like. Very menacing, scorpion-esque demon hyenas. And they are indeed fiends, as you can tell from the working of your circle. As they clang against the circle and they sit there, they just start sort of like moving back and forth, moving very slowly, waiting for the opportunity to attack. As of right now, everything's cool. You guys can talk freely and everything. You guys now have some time to try to think about what you're going to do. As you guys glance around the room, you see the blood that is fully pooled from everything that's drained from the higher level, and you see this very imposing statue of this demon on the other side.
I take my hat off and I say, Dimitri, I don't think they're communists.
You know, I have been to some bad parts of Russia. This takes the cake, I'm not gonna lie.
You feel this rumble in the ground
fuck.
as the blood starts to sort of boil and bubble, and it
Incredibly fucked.
slowly starts to shed the stone that's around it as it emerges as an actual demon. known as Balor. You guys are aware that this is the thing that kidnapped the Freedom Friends, the thing that plunged you guys into this insane adventure. We were supposed to have the day off, and what is commonly known throughout the town and the land as the Ring.
Oh my goodness. Bert, this guy, and this guy alone, is responsible for the death of the Freedom Friends. We had nothing to do with it, and this guy, he killed the Freedom Friends. We must save him. We have new Freedom Friends. We must save the world from this prick.
It slowly starts marching forward, and you hear this very deep voice, and it just says, "My knight told you already. I am a she."
Your knight, what? Bert.
She just goes, "You know, a lot of this was hard. Waiting so long for my plan to happen, trying to get everybody in the building at the exact right time, but the only thing I couldn't avoid was having you two still alive. No matter how much paperwork I shifted around, I knew that I would vanquish those stupid fucks that don't appreciate me, and everyone will remember the name Denise!"
Oh my god. Wait, so where is my bike?
Fuck your bike!
Oh no!
Oh no! And she just goes, "Pets, to me!" And the wolves slowly scamper back, getting ready. And she just goes, "So, how does it feel to be heroes? Is it everything you thought it would be?"
And
Yeah,
I
it's
say,
pretty
oh no,
fucking
Dimitri,
sick.
I don't think she's watching my Cadillac. And I put my hat back on.
Oh my god, no, Bert's Cadillac is almost as bad as my bike. This is not good, Denise. Also, being hero, feel great. My name, I think, are Red Dead Redemption, so your name are too close to my name. So I think we need to talk about names here, and pretty sure I came up with mine first. Just saying.
That's always how it's been
Well,
with you, Dimitri.
You know, Denise,
Too gung-ho.
I really appreciate this. Feels like a real monologuing situation. You're really giving me a huge opportunity here. I'm gonna let you know exactly how good it feels to be a hero, and I summon a dragon.
So,
we indeed did not discuss a plan. Yeah, we just argued about the Cadillac and the bike. Yeah.
Wait, where's my bike?
Honestly, it feels much more natural.
Yeah.
Then, because you know, this is a real Darth Maul kind of a scenario.
Yeah.
We're sitting in between the things. No one can fight right now, but we know we're about to fight.
as you summon this dragon, it immediately emerges, and Denise just goes, "Fine, enough play.
Fuck yeah, bro.
Time to fight!" And she snaps her fingers, and as she snaps her fingers, she casts Dispel Magic, and your magic circle disappears. And now I need everyone to roll initiative.
Uh-oh.